but most people destroy their brain. Remember, you live only here and now. If you lose the moment, you lose life. If you don't live with intention, who's going to create heaven for you? Please, read a few books on manipulation. A good one to start is Internet is Fake. 31, the cheat code. Yesterday I turned 31 years old. And these are 31 spiritual lessons I wish I knew earlier. First, what you focus on expands. You can use your brain to develop trauma, to develop bad habits, and you can focus on this, on instant pleasures, and the more you chase pleasure, the more trapped you become. For example, if you eat this tasty junk food, you become fatter, uglier, unhealthier. You think it's pleasure, but actually it's causing you pain. So instead of chasing pleasure, think about how you want to live your life. The next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Actually, it's very simple. Where are you from? How long people live in your country? If you're a man, if you're a woman, calculate how long time you have left and ask yourself a question. What do you want to achieve this lifetime? Let me save you some years of hard work. Never use drugs. The best prevention is never drink alcohol, never smoke, and never try any type of drugs. It will destroy you before you wake up, because a cup of alcohol will be a bottle of alcohol, and then your brain is gone and your life is a mess. So just avoid it at all costs. Avoid the people who drink, avoid places where people drink, like clubs, bars. And I'm speaking from experience. When I was 11 years old, I started drinking alcohol. At 15 years old, I was about to give up on life, and I actually did it. Just avoid it at all costs. And if you're already in, just give up on it. Just give up, and give up friends who drink, give up friends who go to bars and waste time, because otherwise your life is going to be just wasted. Nobody's going to save you. Friends, nobody's caring about you as much as you. So if you want to save yourself, go ahead and join my free community I created for people to calm their mind and rediscover their soul. Horrible statistics. Man, it is like number one and number two reason in most countries that men under 50, they themselves. And women, they try to do it like 5 times more, but they fail because they use safe methods. And if you need help, just go and seek help. Do what your soul wants. If you're going to ignore your soul, chasing money, chasing trends, and thinking like, I have time, I still have time. Well, some shit might happen and you won't have time. And you will realize that you wasted years. Because if you are not going all in with all you have, with passion, with your energy, then you will be average or mediocre, competing with people who are passionate about stuff. 3 is be around ambitious people. My guess is like less than 1% of people are ambitious. Most people adrift in mediocrity. Want to have something better, then you have to surround yourself with people. Work on your brain. It's kind of funny, but most people destroy their brain. Did you know that if the first thing you do in the morning is scrolling your phone, you simply destroy your brain? If you read news every day, you put your brain into a depressed state of mind. It's like science. People who read news every day, they are more likely to be depressed. If you have cheap shampoo and like creams that you apply to your body, you're destroying your health, because what you're applying on your body is entering your bloodstream and it's actually causing trauma, depression, anxiety, and you don't want it. I mean, it's a lot of knowledge, but you must exercise every day. Walk like at least 10,000 kilometers, or not 10,000 kilometers, it would be a joke, 10,000 steps every day. It is a minimum that you should do. Like, avoid sugary food, never drink alcohol or smoke or take any type of drugs. Otherwise, you always will feel like stressed, burnout, because your brain is gonna be like half destroyed. Like, check images. If I'll find these images, I'll put it in this video. 5 is work with your feelings. You got to, we are humans, we are smart, sophisticated creatures, and we are all very logical because our education system educates logic, but we forget about emotions and feelings, and we are like afraid to process them. And so sometimes we are stuck in a dark room in our head, in our hearts, in our souls, and it's so dark that it's hard to live. And we got to, I found like one of the smarter things to do is to have a journal, feelings journal. Like, describe what you're feeling, and then you can Google or ChatGPT what this feeling is about and learn how to deal with it, because every memory is gone. It doesn't exist. It's only here. Feelings are only like here. And if you carry in like negative feelings, it's hard to live. If you carry in lessons and like you are grateful, then it's easy to live. So learn to work with your feelings. Do not trust internet. Internet is fake. So many fake people, so many fake information. It's really, especially with artificial intelligence. People ChatGPT stuff, totally fake information out of nowhere. And for some reason, people do not double check information. And it's hard to see, the Bible said, fake teacher, avoid fake, something like this. Number 7, don't be a follower, be a student. Student, ask question, compare, take information from many sources, not from one source. Because if you take information from one source, can be easily manipulated. Very easily. So ask questions, don't be a blind follower, don't be a believer, be smart, because otherwise you're going to be manipulated. 8, spend time on nature and alone. If you spend time on nature and alone, without phones, without Wi-Fi, then you can recognize yourself, you can reconnect with yourself, and you can enjoy life. Because otherwise, if you're constantly scrolling, constantly online, doing stuff, checking stuff, reading stuff, then your brain have lots of stuff to process and you always overwhelmed. You won't feel good. You won't feel relaxed. You can have all the money in the world, all the pleasures, all the stuff, but you won't feel good inside, because when you're overwhelmed, it doesn't feel good. It feels heavy. Avoid toxic and manipulative people. Please, please, read a few books on manipulation. A good one to start is The Psychology of Influence by Robert Cialdini. It's kind of funny. We always manipulated by corporations, advertising, by other people. And if you live in a toxic relationship and people manipulate you, it's hard life. 11. Learn to think for yourself and decide on your own. Because otherwise, if you follow somebody's advice, if you let other people, if you're adult and responsible, if you're not a child, because if you're under 25, part of the brain that is responsible for long-term thinking is not fully developed. And so you'd better consult your parents and wise people. But learn to think for yourself. Analyze information to use your critical thinking abilities. Otherwise, you'll always be a slave of authorities. 13. Develop internal locus of control. If you don't know what is locus of control, I read in some psychological book, there is internal locus of control and external locus of control. It simply means some people, for example, shit happened and somebody would say, I fucked up. It means internal locus of control. Person takes total responsibility. So they can change it, they can influence themselves and next time change it, make it better. But other people say, well, they lied to me, they robbed me. So they blame the external circumstance for what happened to them. And so they never change and it will experience it again, life teaching you again and again until you understand the lesson. But it simply means until you understand that you are responsible. This is your life. If you don't like the weather, you go to a place, you change the country, change the continent. You do what's necessary until you like the weather. If you don't like your friends, you change friends until you like them. You understand? It's you. It's your life. You are the master of your fate and the creator of your emotions, of your experiences, the bad ones and the good ones, not only the good ones. Because we like to say, like, if you did something amazing, you say, I did it. If shit happens, you say, well, it's not my fault. You have to take total responsibility for your life. 14. Understand that between what happens and you, there is a gap. And when in this gap, it's where you decide how to respond. If you react and you just react to events, you don't use your thinking, your brain to think about stuff. Understand that? Well, read the book, check Viktor Frankl. He is a World War II survival and he wrote an excellent book. Just check it out. It is hard to read, but it's very heavy, but it's very practical. It will teach you how to survive your hardest times. 15. You can fake happiness if you wish. It's very easy. I learned it in a hypnotic book. If you smile, if you fix your posture and you keep a smile like for 30 minutes, you can make exercise, but don't do it when people are around because they might think that you are crazy. Just laugh hard for like 5 minutes, just like this, for no reason. And you will feel positive and optimistic. This is short-term relief, but if you feel heavy, it will help you a lot. But remember, keep your posture, keep a little smile on your face, and it will help you a lot. 16. In order to grow, you need to have experience outside your comfort zone. Seek new relationships. I mean, not personal, just friends. Talk to new people, talk to strangers, walk new places, travel to new countries. 17. Listen to smart people who've been there where you want to go, because you need to understand that life is very short to have all the experience, and lots of people are like you and they want things like you. Maybe they want the same freedom, money, health, and they walked the path and they already figured out how it works. It's a smart approach to learn from other people's mistakes, not only from your own. Number 18. Learn from anybody. Remember, the smartest man on earth, some philosopher, he said that I didn't meet a person who could not teach me a lesson, or he said something like, everybody is better than me at something, and I should learn from them. So you can learn from everybody. And then if you continue to learn and improve, life is much easier. 19. Be flexible and adaptable. You know that Charles Darwin, who came up with the theory of evolution, he said that species that survive, they are not the strongest or the smartest one, but the most adaptable. So improve your flexibility. If AI is going to take your job, then learn a new skill. Do not assume that if somebody is old, they are smart. Most people, they develop habits until 20 years old, and then they repeat their habits over and over and over. They can say, I have 30 experience of this job, but what they have is 30 experience of the same repetition, the same tasks, and actually they have 1 day experience. And it's really, you need to understand that most people they think about themselves like they're the smartest, the most educated, and everybody thinks good about themselves. We all have this external lawyers that tell us like, you're the best, you're the greatest, they don't understand, they don't know you, and everybody thinks they are genius. And actually, this is not. Read books, but remember, you got to use your brain power. Otherwise, you'll lose it. Because what you don't use, you lose. 21. Personal relationships is super hard, sophisticated subject. Some people looking for money. Other people like to manipulate others using their emotions and their. 22. You only live once. Maybe you're gonna be reborn, but if you're not going to remember it, doesn't it mean that you're going to die anyway? We only have one life, and you should not waste it on people who don't care about you, on stuff that doesn't matter. And it's basically most of the things, most of the news, trends, it's all noise, you know? There's only like few things what matters in life. For some people, it's being a slave to some organization or movement or something. They feel okay if somebody telling them what to do, how to behave. It's for them, but you have to decide for yourself. You need to come up with your own value because it's your life. You decide. 23. If you're not happy with your life, time to change. And the best day today, not tomorrow, not in the afterlife. You got to change and create heaven in your heart, in your soul today, here and now. And actually, it's not what happened in the past, what will happen tomorrow in the future. It's now. What happens now. What happens in your head, in your heart, in your mind. 25. Learn from nature. When I learned about ants, how hard they work and what a society they have, I learned really a lot. For example, look at the trees. Look at this. They are growing all life, unlike humans. Stop developing their brain abilities after education is finished. 25. Learn communication skills. Because in life, it's all about connect. For example, did you know that people who are better at speaking, they can negotiate better salary, better everywhere. 26. Be beautiful. Learn to dress well. The thing is that people who take care about themselves, they are receiving better salary. If they broke the law, they receive fewer fine or less prison sentence. It's funny, but we treat better looking humans better. And I think it's kind of like biology, we think, wow, if they are good looking, it is good genes. We need to care about them because they are going to make humanity better. Something like 26. I know maybe you are adult. You know a lot of stuff. You've been through a lot of things and you have experience, you have knowledge, but do not be fooled by your vision of the world, because it's especially smart people who know a lot of stuff. Sometimes they come up with theories how the world is instead of checking how it really is. Do not judge a book by its cover. 27. Remember, your inner state, if you are suffering inside, if you are not happy, if you feel down, no external stuff is going to change it long term. If you have food, if you have a place to sleep, then your life is wonderful. You're living better than billions of people who are suffering and living in... You need to understand that no external stuff will change your inner state forever. When I was down, really down, super low, I thought I need money. I started to make money, more money. I thought I need a car, I need better car, and I bought it. But internally, inside, I didn't change much. I thought I need to find a girl. Then no, I need to find a wife, I need children, I need to travel the world. But whenever you go, here you are. And then I realized I need to work on my inner world. I need to analyze my feelings, my thought patterns, my mental framework, and change it, because this is the biggest secret of all. Your mentality. If you change your mentality, you can change everything else. You cannot fix anything just with your thinking, but if you do the work afterwards, then you can. Because this is, for me, it's totally BS, like law of attraction. Think about stuff and it come to you. It is irresponsibility, like somebody has to do something for you just if you think about it. If you believe, write a comment. Well, touch the grass, literally. Sometimes we're so online, so busy living that we forget to, stand on the ground, touch the stove, and we totally lost somewhere, but not here. Because remember, you live only here and now. If you lose the moment, you lose life. If you live in the past, you're already lost. If you're worrying about the future, that's good, because there's something you need to work on. And you need to write down a plan to create a perfect future. And so, touch the grass, come back to now, and remember, change is happening here and now. 29. You gotta plan your life. Plan every year, every month, every week, every day. Because if you don't live with intention, who's going to create heaven for you? Me? No. Other people? No. They only care about themselves. Corporations is going to suck you and take everything from you. Your mobile phone, the internet, it's spying on you. It's going to take your soul and take it from you permanently if you let it. But if you plan your life, you can create perfect health, perfect wealth, perfect well-being, nice relationships, because it's you who create in your life every single day. It's not corporations, not TV, not entertainment is going to entertain you. You can entertain yourself. So take total responsibility for your life. So plan your life every day, live with intentions, and do something every day in order to get what you want, spiritually, physically, metaphysically, whatever. You got it. 30. Be bold and take actions every day. Talk to strangers, ask for a raise. If you rent, ask for them to lower the rent. Always be bold and take actions, because you will only regret the things you haven't done. 31. The cheat code. Do you know that the guy who followed 2 rabbits got 0? None. Because if you trying to catch too many things there and here, you will get nowhere. The people who are the most successful are the people who are focused on one thing. You know, the generalist is somebody who knows a little bit about everything, and the specialist knows a lot about one thing. And you need to find your one. To develop this specialty, you need to work years and years. It actually takes like 10 years of work in order to become a specialist. Now with AI, maybe you can do it faster, but you need to focus on one. And this is a cheat code. So go ahead and find your one thing. Let me know in the comments which lesson did you like the most and what lesson do you want to share with me. I haven't achieved my final form. Drop a lesson for me.